FGC Job Squad, your premier Tekken podcast.
All right. Hey, everyone. This is FGC Job Squad, episode 13. I'm your host, Kadar, a.k.a. Kadizi, and I got my co-host here with me, Ian, a.k.a. Pickle.
What's up?
And we have a very special guest today. We got Chris, a.k.a. UNCLECAPS. And,
Yeah.
how you doing, man?
What's going on, man? I appreciate the invite.
Oh yeah. We got to talk to everyone from every corner of the Tekken world, and I feel like, for me, it's like, man, Detroit just seems like such a fun FGC, but it's like you gotta follow the Detroit pages because otherwise, you don't see too much, exposure everywhere else, compared to West Coast, East Coast, stuff like that. So, so basically,
Yeah.
what do you guys say about that? Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, before, when I first came around, when I was first introduced to the scene, Michigan wasn't really known. I'm gonna say Detroit. Detroit wasn't really known as a Tekken state. I think we only had probably maybe 3 or 4 Tekken players that were actually known around the scene and FGC as a whole. Now with the new generation of gamers and the new generation of players that we have now, it went from everybody wanting to play Marvel and Street Fighter to everybody in Detroit is playing Michigan. I think 90% of our community now plays Tekken. I've been around long enough to see that shift of people wanting to play this game, and then now everybody's playing this game. So yeah, that's a real fair assessment because, like I said, it wasn't really known for that. Now we got people, we got D-Town King, we got L Train, we got Footwork, you got me, you got our newcomers like Azure, Senpai Relax. It's quite a few different. Yeah, you got a few different people that's coming to play now. We got Lemon, we got D-Spec. So we got a nice little, and that's just to name a few. You know what I'm saying? They're my people, so we got a few other people here that play. We got Enoch. He's another player who's around, who makes a lot of waves on the online scene, and it's just a real big thing. Then of course you got the I High, who's doing the first of tens every Friday. So he has not only just our community, but he gets a couple people from out of state, from Indiana to Ohio to Chicago, who likes to join in and do the first of 10 on the Fridays that he does. Y'all should check that out if y'all get a chance to. Every Friday he does a first of 10. It's like a good, nice little fight card, maybe 5 to 6 matches, and then everybody does a first of 10, and he posts it, he streams it.
You guys do those online?
Yeah, he does it online. Yep, he does it online. So and that's what makes it wonderful. Is with the online situation, people from all different places and skill level have a chance to get on and learn and play different people and play different play styles. And if you ask, I've been around a long time. That's one of my OG players, a person who taught me how to play as well. He's definitely an individual that's willing to sit down with you and give you his ins and outs and what he does know, and his knowledge is it's just so much that that's definitely a person that you want to go to when you want to ask about Tekken, not only just in Michigan, but just as a Tekken player as a whole.
All right, so you're saying you've been around for a while, so we always like to start at the beginning with the origin stories and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you've been around for a while, how'd you get into gaming in general? And we'll get to fighting games after that. But what was your, introduction to video games and stuff like that?
My earliest game that I can remember playing, and it was funny because I never knew what it was until I got older. I just remember 2 men running across this board, shooting hella bullets at whatever the fuck was on the screen.
Is that like Atari or like ColecoVision or something?
No, it was Contra.
Oh, Contra. Okay.
Yeah. What is this, PG-13? Let me know.
Oh no. Yeah, go crazy. Go crazy.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, because Uncle Caps cuss a lot. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for the kids. But
Not for the kids.
but yeah, like I said, I never knew what it was as a kid because I used to see my peoples playing it all the time, like my pops and my mom and them. And I was like, dog, what the hell is this shit on the screen? These niggas just running across the screen, blowing shit the fuck up. I never knew what it was. And even when I tried to play it as a kid, of course, my bum ass I always fucking died like 2 minutes into running across the screen like a jackass.
Contra's hard.
And yeah, and then as I got older, I was like, damn, what the fuck game was that I remember as a kid playing? And it was Contra. And then um my pops was a street guy, so he sold dope. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my pops. But he sold dope. So of course every dope dealer in Detroit had a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis. So every nigga in the hood played Killer Instinct. Every nigga in the hood played
Oh,
Street Fighter. If you black, you definitely had a Ken. Every nigga played Ken. I don't know what it is. Like no matter no matter what other character you played in Street Fighter, every nigga in the hood played Ken. I don't care if it was your main character or if it was a pocket character. Niggas got their ass beat. You know what, nigga? I'm about to play Ken. Fuck this. I'm about to beat your ass. It was everybody. Every nigga played Ken, dog. It was fucked up. I don't know why it's like that. It's just some hood nigga shit. Every nigga played Ken, dog. But yeah, I remember Killer Instinct. Contra, Street Fighter 2, Mario Kart on Nintendo. It was just Nintendo. And then when I got old enough and I had my own system, my grandma bought me. I turned into a Sega Genesis kid, and I was just Sonic. It was just Sonic. I remember playing Mario. I was like, Mario cool, but this little nigga's a bitch. He trying to chase down something to find this little horse. Like, god damn, you gotta say this whore, and then you don't never get to fuck the bitch. It was all bad. But my nigga Sonic, he was just fucking nigga. He was running through shit, eating chili dogs, and that shit was cold. 'Cause I'm from Detroit, and we put chili cheese on everything.
yeah.
We got chili cheese fries, chili cheese hot dogs, chili cheese on the hamburger. We don't give a fuck. We put chili cheese on the cheese sticks. The napkin got chili cheese on it, all kind of shit. So when I seen that shit, I was like,
Sonic
that's
from Detroit.
cold. Sonic was from Detroit in my eyes, so that's what I resonated with. So that was just the earliest shit for me, for sure, for sure. But I just know, um, for my family, a lot of my family are from the streets and they do street shit. And in order for me to not be like that, because I seen a lot of wild shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? I seen niggas get shot, stabbed, robbed. You know what I'm saying? I seen my dad beat a nigga up because he owed him some money for some work, all kind of shit. And I just knew as a kid, I was like, damn, nigga, I don't wanna have to look over my shoulder my whole life. So
Yeah.
to keep me productive or to keep my because I'm a very active person when it come to thinking, I'm always wondering about some shit. So to keep my mind active and to have a focal point, as you will, I play games. And games for me have a lot of moving parts. And those moving parts kept me concentrated on one specific thing. So it keep me out of trouble to be honest.
Yeah.
I
You
ain't
can't.
gonna
I
lie,
mean,
without
with gaming, man, it's kept so many people out of trouble. It's like one of the best
yeah,
things about it, man. You're
like I
safe at
can't lie.
home.
If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be in jail or shot dead somewhere because I was a boy for real, for real. So playing games definitely kept me out of trouble.
So,
I
so
can
when you were
really say
playing,
that.
so you were playing, in the neighborhood and stuff. Was it competitive as a kid? When did you get that kind of competitive itch?
So we got this term, right, where we call it hood good, right? It's when no,
Hood good?
for real. It's called look, it's called hood good. And what it is when you don't know nothing about the competitive scene or none of that other shit. You just know in your neighborhood, you beat everybody ass. Niggas can't fuck with you, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was for me. Niggas in my neighborhood couldn't fuck with me. I'm talking about I was fucking niggas up. I was serving up all kind of meat. It was bad, right? So
Did you
I
just
was the
like
nigga in there.
understand the game more, or what? Like compared to people mashing and stuff, did you kind of understand like, okay, this is a good move, this is a slow move, kind of thing, or what?
I can really say I didn't know what I didn't I had no understanding of frames or what they were. Um, I just had uh, a natural ability to kind of feel what was going on as I was playing, kind of speak. And I don't know if that makes sense, but even now, as I play games now, and I'm 30, I'm about to be 32 this year. I can hop on a game, and if you're not actually good at this game, you cannot beat me because I have a really basic, I like to call it fighting game sense of how to play fighting games, and it's just weird to me. Like I kind of know when to do certain little shit. I kind of know when to not do certain little shit. I kind of know it doesn't help that I'm a fucked up mental individual because I like to do little fucked up mind games to people and shit doing games, and I employ these little fucked up mental tactics to make people do what I want to do, and then once they do it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, so he gonna do this every time I do that. Next time you do that, I'm gonna fuck on you real bad, and they do it, and I fuck on them real bad anyway. So I just had it was like some Bruce Lee shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't think, feel. Like I just had a natural way of knowing how to go about playing fighting games,
Do
and
you have any like
as I,
funny stories in the neighborhood, like just playing and like
oh, I got one, and I got beat up for this shit too. Um, real
Out of
shit.
the game.
So of course, I'm the nigga in the neighborhood that everybody come grab to come fight everybody or anybody because I was the nigga who was known to bust everybody ass. So
fist fight, right? Wait, hold on. We talking about fist fight or video game?
video games, but
Okay,
it ended up being a fist fight, and I got my
all
ass
right,
whooped.
Okay.
all right. Sorry, let's go ahead.
Okay.
So um, I stay on what they call 6 Mile. It's like a certain area. And we got these different little areas, like you got 6 Mile, 7 Mile, 8 Mile, Puritan, Finkel. It's like little different neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
in my neighborhood, I was known for fucking niggas up in games. It just so happened that this kid from two hoods over, we just call it hoods, from two hoods over, was supposed to be he's supposed to be that man in his neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So of course our neighborhoods got people who know each other. They talking shit. You know, y'all should play. Y'all should play. Y'all should play. And I remember this shit. We go to play Tekken 3. And I'm fucking this kid up. Right? Now, of course, as kids, when your parents around, you don't cuss. But when your parents ain't around, it's just kids, we
Right.
saying all kinds of shit. No, we we talking shit, right? And I fucked them up so bad that I guess the little girl who was watching was a little girl that he had liked, right? It was a little chick.
Yeah.
We all like 12 and 14 or some shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's it's like some chick. We might have been younger than that because when did T3 come out? Tekken 3. I must have been like
Uh,
10.
Like 98 or something, right?
yeah, I was a baby back
So
then.
I was like 8. I was like 8 or around this time when it shit. Because matter of fact, Funko Land was still a gaming store when Tekken 3 came out. Anyway,
Right.
so I was like, it would have to be from the ages of 8 to 12, somewhere in there. So some little girl who was there, the nigga had liked her or whatever, had a crush on, but I fucked his ass up in front of the girl. So, she started, fucking with me a little bit because I done beat the nigga ass, all type of shit. And we go outside. I go to the ice cream truck, got my little dollar on me. I go to get the hood special, the WWE ice cream sandwich. Everybody ate those,
Uh,
and the
did that ice
nigga,
cream truck have the Sonic one? You remember the Sonic ice cream?
yeah, I remember it with the little when the eyes was the
Eyeballs
double
and
on.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that because I didn't like how I turned my mouth blue. I was like
Yeah.
an OCD, and I'm OCD, so I don't like to eat certain shit that turn my mouth different colors and all that shit because it look all weird.
Yeah.
I was a weird little kid. So the nigga, after I beat his ass and go get my ice cream, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm the man. And the nigga comes outside and like smacks my ice cream sandwich out my hand, right? I'm mad. I'm trying to Phoenix smash the nigga like we playing Tekken for real. And the nigga decked my shit and blow my shit out and fuck me up.
Oh man.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
You
Shit
had to
was
get it
fucked up.
back, dude. You embarrassed in front of his girl.
Yeah.
Shit was fucked up.
But I mean that didn't deter you because I feel like kind of. I mean, not to get from the origin story. One of the reasons I wanted to talk to you is because you talk shit on Twitter and it's hilarious. So I'm always reading silently. If you that didn't deter you at all.
No, it didn't deter me. It's funny because when I got back to the crib, of course I'm fucked up. My grandma asked what happened. Tell her what happened. Of course, my grandma like, well, you don't go over there and play with them kids no more. Of course, she granny. She not to my vine. She don't go over there and play with the kids. My dad found out what happened, and only thing he said is, well, did you win the fight? And like, no, nigga, he got his ass whooped. And then my daddy whooped my ass for getting my ass beat.
That's so good.
So he like, nigga, like, nigga, you my son. You can't be out here fucking up. You fucking little niggas up. So, of course, the hood special, my daddy made me go over there again to go fight the kid, and I got my ass whooped again.
Oh man.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Did he at least teach you something before you went for the rematch? Like, just go right in? Like, he didn't help you out with anything?
He tried, but as a kid, I was one of them kids who stayed a kid until I was like 14 for real. Like,
Yeah.
I still played with toy men and Batman and all that shit till I was like 14, 15. I was, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't one of them kids who went outside and terrorized the neighborhood. I was a kid.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I didn't have that type of mentality yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that fight or flight mentality. It was just whatever was whatever. You know what I'm saying? So as a kid, I was low key bully for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have that. So I got my ass whooped again. Of course, my pops was mad, and he whooped my ass again for getting my ass whooped the second time. I was just catching ass was left around. I caught all kind of L's.
Oh man.
Dude, all that in one day, man.
Over Tekken. I would quit Tekken. Honestly, that would just be the last day I played Tekken.
That's what you get for winning in Tekken, dude.
Yeah. But all that did, in my eyes, all that did was make me go home and learn how to beat niggas' ass in games even more. Ironically, because it was like, if I can't beat your ass in real life, when it comes to this virtual shit, you can't fuck with me.
Sure, that's awesome.
So, we grow up a little bit. I started going to the arcade. Arcades back then was fucked up because they were arcades with some hood shit. And as I got older, I became more aggressive because I got to that point where I didn't want to get bullied no more. I learned how to fight. My grandma put me in boxing and karate and all kind of shit. So I learned how to actually fight. So now I'm thinking I could just deck niggas for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you say something wrong to me today, nigga, I'm gonna slide your bitch ass. You gonna catch it, nigga. That's
So
what I start.
let's pause. So the arcade. So we always like to pause at the arcade part, the arcade scene. So what arcade you go to? What was it like? First time you went to that arcade. What do you remember about that arcade? Where was it? Your town.
We had 3 arcades that I went to. It was the Butterfly, it was Wizards Arcade, and Michigan Fun Center. Now, the one I went to the most, and it's only because my pops used to take me, was Wizards and the Butterfly. Michigan Fun Center was like the arcade all the kids went to as far as on field trips and shit when schools went to arcades. But they had go-kart and putt-putt. Everybody went there. Well, all the hood shit was going down at the Butterfly and Wizards. I'd seen hella shit happen at Wizards. It was fucked up. But when I got there, that's when I had to learn to kind of to be a man and stand on my own 2 feet because niggas ain't gonna hold your hand forever. And my pop, like I said, my pops was a street nigga, so he was like, nigga, at some point you're gonna have to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. And I had to learn that shit. So I'm at the arcades. I'm getting my ass beat in all kind of games. Niggas was better than me then. And it's funny because I have this thing now where I try to teach the young generation now where I feel like you can sit in front of a console and hit rematch 1,000 times for free, right?
Yeah.
But if you just hit the rematch over and over without learning something or asking questions, then you're not learning shit. You're not really training. When you go to the arcade as a kid, your parents send you to the arcade with maybe $5 or $10. You gonna go play Time Crisis. That's it $1 all day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So you gonna spend $2-3 on Time Crisis. You gonna go play Turtles in Time. You gonna go play Die Hard Arcade. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go play Galaga once or twice. You gonna go play the Simpsons arcade game. So you really only got maybe $1 or $2 to go play your favorite fighting games. And at that time, around 99 to 99 2000, everything was booming. We had Marvel 2, uh, Tekken Tag 1, CVS 2, Third Strike. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
shit popping around then.
What was the scene like?
Um,
Was there like a competitive scene in Detroit, like that you could kind of see, coming up, or was it just people
so
hanging out in the arcade?
this is the weird part about life. Around the time, I still never knew what I had met these niggas, but we didn't know. I didn't know that these niggas were the OGs in my community until later on. I had met Juan, Video. I had met uh fucking Panther. I had met Adonis. I had met all our OGs in our scene, right? But I didn't know then when I had met these niggas that these niggas was who they was. Cause I'm still like 10 years old. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Like later
Um,
on, they were like, "Oh, I used to go to this arcade." You're like, "Me too."
yeah. So when I'm playing these niggas and they beating my ass, I have to learn as I play because you can't keep taking my quarters and me not knowing what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
Um, and then it get to a point. I'm gonna fast forward. It get to a point where it's like I'm gonna say like 2009, 2010. I'd have graduated high school. I'm living on my street, and I meet Alucard at a tournament. Just around the time Street Fighter 4 came out. Um, I met Alucard through a tournament. I took that nigga home randomly. First time he meeting the nigga. And he like, yeah, nigga, where you stay at? I come, I'll teach you how to play some games and shit. I'm like, all right, bet. Now I'm like, I got my first real teacher, and this nigga was cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching this nigga do all kind of fucked up shit with ball rock I ain't never seen niggas do before. So I still have no idea at this time what the FGC is for real. I heard about it. I see little shit on YouTube, but I haven't found a way to get into it. So I meet Elicard. He say he gonna teach me. He asked me where I stay at one day. He's like, I'm gonna come through to your crib so I can show you some shit. I'm like, all right, bet. He said, where you stay at? I told him where I stay. He said, nigga, you stayed on the street from my OG. I say, who was that? He said, nigga named B. His name Adonis. So I find out who Adonis is according to what niggas is telling me. This nigga is the coldest nigga that ever played Tekken in Michigan, right? So, or one of the coldest niggas. So this nigga Adonis stays 2 houses down from me. Literally, I walk 2 houses down. He's
Yeah.
right there. So he come over. Come over. We go down to Adonis' crib. We play, and them niggas beat my ass the whole day, right? And then I'm like, this is it. At that very moment, I'm like, this is home. Like, this is what the fuck I want to do. These niggas is cold. They like that's it. So I meet Adonis, I meet Alucard. We meet. They show me wine and all these other niggas, and then through us talking shit and conversation, they're like, yeah, nigga, did you ever go to the arcades and shit? I'm like, yeah, I went to Butterfly. I was at the Wizards, and I never knew that it was called Wizards. I just never. It was a arcade that my dad used to take me to. That looked like a bar, and it had a wizard on the door. He's like, nigga, that's Wizard Arcade. I'm like, well, yeah, I've been there. It was like, well, damn, nigga, you played. What was it, that bitch? So ironically, I had met these niggas, but didn't know I had met these niggas.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like. It's funny because it's like you cross paths with individuals not knowing y'all to cross paths, and then somewhere down the line, if it's really meant for y'all niggas to meet for real, y'all gonna recross paths, but y'all gonna stick. And I met them niggas, and we it was the rest is history. It's the same shit with Feet. Me and Feet, our grandmothers both raised us. Both our mamas passed away. And his grandma and my grandma are registered nurse, but they've been working together for like 30 years. But me and
Oh
Feet
man.
had never officially met. So when Feet first came around, I picked the nigga up, and his grandma say, because I was driving my grandma's truck at the time, and when you work at the nurse, you got like a little badge so you can pull inside the parking thing. His grandma say, well, who you know that work at such and such hospital? Because I got it's the parking badge. I say my grandma work at that hospital. She say, who your grandma? I tell her. She say, boy, I've been working with your grandma for 30 plus years. She say, and your daddy was such and such. I say, yeah. She say, your mama, passed with breast cancer. I say, yeah. She say, you got a son and shit. I say, yeah. She say, nigga, your grandma coming to work and talk about you all the time. I say, and then when he come to my crib, I say, Granny, guess who this is? She say who? I say who? I say this such and such grandson. She say, and she tell Feet the same shit. She say, "They have worked with grandma for years."
That's
She talk about your
crazy.
mama, yeah. So then it's like, well, damn, Feet, you pretty much my brother at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, training
so
partners.
now,
He's in.
right? So at that point, I call Ford my little brother, like, and I sit to heart. That's my real little brother. So it's just funny how people cross paths without even realizing it, and I've been with Corn and them niggas raised me, and my first event was going to final round back in like 2011, 2012. And then my first tournament was there, and me and Pork Chop and talking shit with that nigga and all this shit. So yeah, man, it was a crazy ride. But I can't say that once them niggas showed me how to play games, I went back to all the old shit and start applying the knowledge that I had. Now I know about frames and about fuzzies and about safe jumps and what's this on block and you can't do that and this is setup and all. I'm like, damn. So I kind of knew certain shit without even knowing the technicality of it. I just
Right.
didn't know all the little ins and outs, but
It has
I
a
just
name
kind of
now.
knew.
Yeah.
Right now I know. Right now, not everything is kind of all the puzzles, all the pieces of the puzzles are coming together, and it's just a good thing, man. Like
All
I
right,
said,
so for the listeners, who's Corn? Just for them.
corn is an acronym that stands for Coalition of Real Niggas, right? And
That's the best. It's the best team name ever, man. It's the best team name ever.
and it was created by Adonis, and we just ran with it from there. And it was just it was like a home team, man. It was family. Uh,
How do you come up with the
but
name?
he came up with it. He was just like corn, you know. As a matter of fact, it was like Yumacon. It was like Yumacon 2011, 2012. It was the same Yumacon that DMG. I think that was they name DMG or some shit. They was there. They came this year because I forgot it was a black girl who played Ken and she was real good. I can't remember her name, but she was with the team. I think the team name was DMG. But we had a player, we had a nigga on the team. His name Melo. He was one of the top KI players now. Um, but at the time, he was our best MK9 player, and he was on stage fucking on some little random nigga with Cabal, doing all the fucked up Cabal shit, and we talking shit and yelling and screaming and going crazy. And that nigga Bees and I was just like, nigga, corn. I was like, nigga, what the fuck does that mean, nigga? What the fuck is that? He's like, yeah, nigga, pinkies up. So, yeah, we putting our pinkies in the air. Nigga, like, fuck it, nigga. Because at the time, you gotta understand, it's like, at the time, I'm 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, even though I'm supposed to be grown, at 18, 19, you don't really know. You're not really an adult because
Yeah,
you don't
you're
really know
not growing at all at 18,
how
19.
grown.
No.
You don't really understand how the world works for real. And even though my pops took me to the arcade, my pops was still a street nigga. So he wasn't the nigga that showed me how to play catch and told me how to ride a bike. He was too busy ripping around the streets. So what attached me to that nigga Adonis was the fact that he was like a big brother I didn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he took that time to show me how to play games and talk shit with me. And we went to the mall and talked to bitches and ate food and go and went. You know what I'm saying? We did that shit together.
Yeah.
So what he say in my eyes, he wasn't a father figure. He was a big brother. So in my eyes, he could do no wrong. Like what he say is the golden rule.
Yeah.
If he say fuck the niggas, fuck the niggas. If he say corn, it's corn. He say piggies nut, it's piggies.
I get it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with a vast majority of us, because we was all 18, and he being the oldest nigga him at time, we followed the niggas. And it was just weird. It just corn, piggies up, we did the
Yeah.
shit. So we got home. I'm like, nigga, I asked the nigga, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck does that shit even mean? He said, nigga, I don't know, but we gonna figure it out. And that nigga
That's
called
so
me.
good.
That nigga called me and was like, yeah, nigga, I know what that shit mean now. I'm like, what? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. He's like, coalition. He's like, it's an acronym. What the fuck is an acronym, nigga? He said, nigga, the shit with the dots in it. I'm like, okay. He said, nigga, listen. I'm like, all right. He said, nigga, it stands for coalition or real niggas. I say, fuck it, nigga, that's what we rolling with then. And that's what
Yo,
it was.
that's so
So
good, man.
we compiled a team of niggas who play games that was good. And the fucked up thing about it was our thing was we not no video game niggas, right? We niggas that play video games. And to us it was a difference. Right? You could be some cuck ass video game nigga that just suck dick and be whore and be paying for pussy and all this weird shit that you do, right? But for us, we niggas first, right? That we niggas that play fucking video games. And that was our shit. Right? We might go to a tournament, talk some shit, you got a line, we beat your ass. We go to a tournament, fuck niggas up, talk shit, you wanna talk that shit with a cheese at. Put that money up, nigga. And it was just like that. It was like we brought the arcade mentality to the scene. And it was a good I can really say that when I'm 30 in my 30s. I can really say that it was a good thing, but it was also a bad thing because that mentality is not only what pushed us forward, but it's also what hindered us from going forward in the same time. Because I get people like the owners and team managers from UYU, F3, um, any team that you can think of. I just sat down with well at the time I forgot the nigga. I think his name was Rick or some shit. He was the team manager for Echo Fox.
Yeah, Rick Fox,
Yeah.
Los Angeles Lakers.
No, not the owner, they team manager. Because
Yeah,
he was like the team manager of EG, and then he became the team manager of
yeah.
Echo Fox.
AJ,
His name
AJ.
AJ. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? I knew AJ. All them niggas love us because our personality stands out so far from everybody else, right?
Yeah,
Because when you go
Yeah,
to
for
when you
sure.
went to a tournament, everybody trying to be so esports, right? Everybody trying to be so, oh yeah, like they had golf, par four at hole 8, right? And then you play you watching these sets, right? Niggas playing, you see people recording, but then in the corner you hear niggas, "Oh, shit, get your bitch ass up, fuck that
yeah,
nigga up," right? You in the corner, right? You hear that? You can't
yeah,
help but go see what the fuck is going on over there, right?
yeah,
Everybody
Of
watching,
course.
so now everybody come see what's going on. So our personality was just so far out there that they love that shit, right?
yeah.
But at the same time, they couldn't put their name behind it because we was too niggerish. We was
Yeah.
too
No,
niggerish.
let me
Like,
just speak to that real quick. So, like, right before this, my boy Ian Pickle here, he didn't know who Corn was. So for me, it's like, everyone knows that YouTube video, somebody's getting fucked, right? So I said to him,
Yes.
I listened to his reaction. He was just cracking up, and
I
that
was laughing
just,
for like a minute straight, and the video was like a minute long.
yeah, it's like that shit is so
that's
it's
it.
infectious. It's like you want to hang out with those people at the tournament. You want to stand by them.
Somebody's getting fucked. Get fucked. Somebody's getting fucked. Get 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 fucked. Somebody's getting fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. Somebody's getting fucked. Get 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 fucked.
and like I said, at the same time, it also hindered us because I didn't talk with Jenny from UYU, and she didn't talk like, yeah, I love you, Caps, you cool. You know what I'm saying? We done talked about sponsorship, putting players on, but then it's like every time we talk to certain people, it's like, hey, we the personality, we love it, but it's just certain shit you can't say and do when you got this brand on your back. I'm like,
Right.
in my eyes, I'm like, I feel that, but the same thing, you want to sponsor me or put me on as whether it's a coach, a community personnel, a hype man, whatever the fuck you want Caps to be, right? Whatever you want to sign me to be, that's fine. But in the same token, when you sign me, you want me to dumb it down. And for me, I can't do
Yeah.
that. I can't be nothing but myself.
Right.
And for me, it's like you gotta sign me, but you gotta sign me for me. I can't be nothing but this because that's what I am, and
Yeah.
this is who I am, and this is what I'm going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's either take it or leave it. Me and Tasty Steve has this conversation all the time. He did definitely put me in commentator roles, and what I'm saying, put me on, and just like that. That's my brother. But like I told him, I can't do it, bro. Like me and y'all used to have the same conversation. Like Caps, nigga, I
Yeah.
want to put you on this, I want to put you on that, but nigga, you gotta calm it down, bro. Big bro, I'm sorry, I can't do it, nigga. Like either they gonna accept this or it's nothing at all. And that's just always been my thing because I feel like if you want me, you gotta take the whole package
Yeah.
because I come with all of that. I come with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love. And that's why I say it's a double-edged sword. It helped us, but it hindered us because it came a point in time where people want to see Empire, Arcadia, and Corn have a team battle across all games. The FGC wanted that shit. And Triforce was like, no, because he's trying to build a different type of brand now, which I understood. And with us, we just straight raw all the time. And he don't want it to be like that. And for
Yeah.
us, we like, nigga, fuck that. Fight us, nigga. Fuck that. But he like, no, I can't.
Did you hear Triforce on the latest No Frills? I think he talked about that for like a little bit. Where
I think I caught one or two of those. People had told me he did a section about us. And I didn't see it yet. I'm probably gonna go back and watch it because a lot of people hit me up and asked me to see it. But I did hear that he did have like a time to think about this and shit. But
yeah,
I didn't watch it.
it's what you
It
just
ain't
said.
nothing.
Yeah, Triforce is trying to make it, professional, maybe straight laced, and I think maybe he got, I don't know, from what he said, it seemed like he maybe was afraid of it getting out of hand. Black team versus black team kind of thing. I guess there's an image thing that he's afraid of or something like that. I don't even know.
And you know what? And that's fine. I'm not mad about that if that's what he said. But my thing is this: I understand. I understand esports and bringing money into it, and you gotta act a certain kind of way. I get that, but I also feel like this, and this is where I feel like the FGC is going to fail when it comes to esports. Is I think everybody's so worried about getting the money that they forgetting the core value of what fighting games were supposed to be about. And by that, I mean fighting games. I mean gaming always brings about a certain amount of animosity and rival about itself, but fighting games specifically, right? Because it's fighting games. It always brings about a certain amount of controversy. Think about it. Think about shit like Love and Hip Hop, right?
Yeah,
Love and Hip Hop been running for like damn near 20 years now, right? I don't want to sit there and watch other niggas spend $10,000, $15,000 that I can't spend, or live up in a mansion that I can't live in. But I will sit there and watch this baby mama and that baby mama go at it all day because the shit controversy. Humans. Why am I lying? Because humans,
right.
we human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Humans like controversy. Humans like to see controversy. No matter how much people talk about they don't like drama in their life. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. Humans, our basic instinct. We like controversy. We love that shit. We feed off of that shit. When people sing Wolf Cone tell K Brad, who gives a fuck? Right? People are crazy.
yeah. It makes it more
They gave
fun
a
for
fuck
everyone.
Nobody give a fuck about them niggas and the set for real. We want to see the niggas really. When K Brad beat the nigga ass at that one major, and he stood up and got in his face and started talking that shit, and you see ugly ass Elijah in the background going, "Yep, right."
Yeah,
Love that shit. When Punk got on the can opener and talked that shit to Hitoshi, people went crazy because you love to see that shit.
yeah,
People love controversy, but the part about it is people don't like to admit that they like controversy because it makes you seem like a fucked up individual. It makes you seem
yeah,
like a bad human because you like drama. But guess what? It's human. It's
yeah,
human. Don't feel fucked up for being a human. Be you. I don't have
yeah,
I can admit that shit. I love seeing that shit. I love
yeah.
it. Talk
Are you
that shit.
are you a fan of wrestling? You know, kind of like kind of narrative storyline, like all that stuff comes from drama. You know, storylines, all that stuff, and heels and shit like that.
Yeah, and people eat
Um,
that up.
I liked it, and then it just got to a certain point where certain characters got too corny for me, and I just couldn't. I couldn't.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
certain characters, it's like when I got to the age of about 15, 16, that's when niggas my dad told me like, yeah, nigga, wrestling shit fake. And it almost hurt, it almost like broke my world. But then my nigga Goldberg was still just too cold for me not to watch. And then and then I see Stone Cold come out, crack a beer open and drink it on stage. Like, you can do that on TV? So
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, he come on, give niggas the finger on TV, kick a nigga the dick and then pop the nigga in the neck. You know what I'm saying? It was too much fucked up shit going on. So I liked watching wrestling not only for the controversy, but because of what those characters brought to the stage, the element that they brought. You know what I'm saying? The personality that they brought. You feel me?
yeah.
But
That's definitely the direction. Like the whole professional straight laced. Like that's cool.
yeah, and
The fear of like grudge match. Like I don't know. There's too much fear around. Like they're trying to make trying to be too professional too fast. I don't know.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I feel like the FGC part of esports is going to fail because, yeah, you want companies to come in and put money into it, but if ain't nobody watching the shit that's going to buy the product that you guys are promoting, then there's not going to be any more money for you guys to have. Which means in turn, nobody's going to keep sponsoring shit and putting their money and doing this. So I feel like we need a certain level of drama or controversy in the FGC part of esports to make it thrive. You know what I'm saying? It needs that. It needs that. No matter how much people like to talk about this, that, and the third, it needs a certain level of controversy. Now, I'm not saying do what Noel Brown did years ago and smack a nigga with a stick and all that shit. I'm not saying do all that. But like the shit that you saying on Twitter with us talking shit to the Atlanta Tekken crew, you need that. Because we had Twitter going crazy for like 3 days for that shit.
Oh yeah,
Or
that's why I hit you up. I mean, that shit was just cracking me up. I mean, you said you're gonna fuck on Poke Chop and all that. We're gonna get to that later,
yeah,
but it's awesome. It was
yeah,
great.
you need that. Or when you see Punk talking about America versus any other country, you know what I'm saying? Now you see everybody making, oh well, who's the best niggas who's the top 10 in America? And then you got all the pros talking about the top 10. Then you got all the pop monsters talking about who the top 10. You know what I'm saying? You got everybody talking about it now
Yeah,
because
it makes
it's
the whole
controversy.
ecosystem. Yeah, like
Exactly. So that alone shows you that people like controversy. They just don't want to admit it because it makes you seem like a bad human. That's
yeah,
all it is.
it seems low IQ, even though it's not.
And guess what? And the funny part about it is, and I tell people this all the time. When people meet me, they be like, "Damn, Cassie, do you know such and such?" Yeah. I tell people I'm your favorite player, nigga. You wanna know why? Because I keep it real. I say all the shit the niggas want to say, but they can't say because they sponsored. So when I'm at a major and I say get fucked, or I say take cock, or I want to put my dick in it, it's the same shit they want to say, but they're not gonna say it because they sponsored, right? But I'm gonna say it for them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it for them, and that's why everybody like if you around me, you fuck with me. I have people talk shit about me on Reddit because they never met me, right? So when you see me on stream or you hear me in the background talking shit and hear somebody yelling cock, get fucked, or I'm about to put my dick in you. You're like, no, what the fuck is that? Right? But then when you come to an event and you actually see me in person and I'm humping the back of somebody's chair because they getting fucked on and I'm talking shit, it's entertaining. It's funny. You can't
Yeah.
help but love the shit.
Yeah.
You can't help it. Like no matter what you think about it, either I'm your favorite person or I'm the villain, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
What was the first major you went to? Do you remember your first major?
Final round. Final round was my first major.
You
We
fly
get
out there
out.
or drive out there?
We drove. We drove.
And what game is this for?
At the time, I went to play. I think it was Tag 2 or T6. It was T6.
Yeah.
T6. So I go out there, T6, and Soul Calibur 5. Yep, 5. 'Cause I think it was Natsu. Yep, I played Natsu. So we went out there for that. And at the time, because once again, I come from the arcade area, I come from my people street niggas, so I'm accustomed to talking shit. I play spades, I play dominoes, I bet money, so I'm a shit talker by nature. Like I'm gonna talk my shit. Um, being that everybody in my family is 6 foot or better, I'm 5'7", I'm the shrimp. So I I talk shit and I had to talk shit loud because I'm the smallest person in the room when I go to my family functions. So I'm gonna make sure you don't hear me, god damn it. So I get there and the whole time everybody at home like, yeah, nigga, when you get to ATL, you gonna meet this one nigga named Porkchop. That nigga, he's like you. He talks shit, he loud, he be doing all this funny shit. Y'all like the same nigga. But that nigga might be hyper to you, he might be louder than you. In my mind, I'm like, you know what? Challenge accepted. That nigga not cold with me. Right? So at the time, I think they had Tekken Tag on a cabinet for like demo, so you people can kind of like play it. And the first nigga I hear when I come into the venue, I get my bag. We didn't even take our rooms, our bags to the rooms, right? We pull up, we get off the van, you know what I'm saying? We done drove 18 hours in the van. We get out, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas smelling like, I don't know what the fuck we smell like. But nigga, we get out the van, nigga, I'm excited. First major, I'm ready to fuck on something. I think I'm cold at games now. I walk in, and the first nigga I'll meet is Pork Chop, right? I'm like, they're like, yeah, this chop right here, nigga. And nigga say, what up, though? That nigga, what up? I'm like, what's up, nigga? Automatically, because niggas that told me who he is, I already got this thing. Like, in my mind, we already on round one. Like, whatever shit you ready to talk, I'm ready to talk it better. Because they done already told me about you. So, in my mind, we already also Kakashi and Guy shit, nigga. Like nigga, what's up? And and it's funny because whether he know it or not, it's there. It's up there already. But even if he don't know it, we battling right now. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Like, I heard you that nigga. I'm like, I'm already at his head. Heard you that nigga. I heard you talk shit. What's up? Let's play. I'm gonna beat your ass. He's like, nigga, who is this nigga? It's like, nigga, what the? All right. So we sit down, and Chop had this weird thing where before he started playing, he started doing this little back and forth.
Yeah, it's rock.
So he said, he started rocking and shit. I'm like, dog, nigga, what's up, nigga? You fucking retarded or something? He said, no. He said, no. He said, I'm getting excited when I'm about to beat somebody ass at Tekken. And you talking that shit, you excited.
Hold up. So wait, you asked him, "Are you retarded?" Because he was rocking. That's like,
Yeah.
I think that's a symptom of something. That's mean as hell, man.
Hey, look, but I don't. But that's me. I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna say what I'm thinking. So when he like, no, nigga, I have to get excited when nigga talk that shit. I'm about to beat the ass, and you got me excited. I say, oh, is that so? So then I'm so retarded. I start rocking with the nigga. I'm like, well, nigga,
He got you.
I didn't he lost the mad game, right? I done already lost at this point. I start rocking with the nigga. I'm like, well, nigga, I'm retarded too, and I don't give a fuck. So I get it. So we start playing, and the first move he hit me with, I swear to God, y'all, that nigga hit me with a snake edge with Brian at the beginning of the match, and he hit me, and I was not ready for that shit. And as soon as he hit me, he said, oh,
Okay. Oh my god.
he did the move and he hit me. Nigga said,
Damn.
"Oh, this nigga retarded for real." I said, "Oh no!" And that shit made me laugh so hard because the noise was so fucking retarded that I just couldn't control myself, and he fucked me up.
Oh,
Dude, that's what I've told people so many times. When I played against Pokeshop in money matches, what ends up beating me is just me laughing and not being able to focus. Like he just
Nah,
the shit he says just cracks you up so hard that you just can't take it serious. And he's actually
you can't.
trying. You know, while you're laughing, he's actually trying.
Right, and it was so fucking hilarious, dog. And I'm like, dog, this nigga can't be serious. So he fucked me up the first couple of games, right? And then my man, I'm like, no, I'm like, okay, I can't beat this nigga in Tekken yet because he cold. Like I can't fuck with the nigga, but he ain't gonna out shit talk me too. I'm gonna win at something. So I say, no, nigga, run that back. He say, you so? I say, I'm so. He said, all right, it's your funeral, nigga. I say, no, fuck that, run it back. So he sit down, we play again. And it's funny because I played Brian and Lars, right? So when the match started, guess what I did? I
Snake
said,
edge.
I said,
Oh no, his low, right? Down back 3, right? Or 4.
no, I did stay hands back like he
Okay.
did me. But the nigga blocked it and then locked me. And when he blocked me, when he blocked it, he said, don't work on me. I said, nigga, the rest of the time. And that was my introduction to my first major. And that shit was so good. And all I did the whole weekend, what I found out was I was not ready yet. And I'm a fucking bum. And I need to go back home and train. But what I did that weekend was talk hella shit and troll everybody else.
Man.
Oh, that shit was good, dog. I talked hella shit. Matter of fact, somebody had a meme of me that year because I think it was Aqua Silk was playing somebody on stage and he fucked the nigga up. And it's a meme of me humping the air when he fucked somebody up. And niggas, when they'll put this podcast out, somebody gonna find us because the FGC is godlike at finding every fucking meme that ever was created. But if y'all can find that shit, there's a meme of me wearing a black hat and a red flash shirt, and all you see is me behind the stage, fucking like air humping the fucking air because the nigga Aquasoka was fucking niggas up on stage, and the shit was fucked up, and I love that shit. So that's what it was, and ever since then, I talk shit and I play games, and now in Michigan, I'm known as the gatekeeper, right? So if you cannot beat me in games, you have no business going to a major. You're not ready yet, at all,
Mm.
at all. I became the gatekeeper, so that's what I do. That's what it is, and I'll be talking my shit. And Portside still can't fuck with me.
You know, it's funny. We talked to him next week, so that's funny. We'll have to bring this up to him.
Okay,
But
yeah, that shit was funny.
that's a good first major, man. That seems like a
Yeah,
blast.
I feel like most people's first majors are like nothing like that. You know, most people have just a like, oh yeah, you know, I did pretty bad and I went 0-2 or lost, you know, early on. That was it. You know, that's like the only memory of the first major. But yours is like you went out there, you know, hunting for poke chop, dude.
Nah, I went hunting. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
hunting.
And did you ever bump into him again? Like after that?
With that weekend, well, um, so because of who our OGs are, who know everybody, I had a pretty decent introduction to knowing all the top players. You know what I'm saying? Like I got introduced to Yipes, I got
Yeah.
introduced to Justin, I got introduced to Sanford, I got introduced to Dominion, I got introduced to the Larry, who was the Sam Blanca, who's the TO
Yeah.
final round. I got introduced to a lot of figurehead people just off of the type of relationship that Adonis had with a lot of these people. So once they met me, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't like, and don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with having fans and this and that. But I'm not a fanboy type of person. I don't meet people and be like, oh my God. No, nigga, fuck all that. You a nigga like I'm a nigga. You bleed like I bleed.
Mm.
So when I met them niggas, I talked to them niggas like they was regular people. And we all just became cool. Like I fuck with them niggas. Them all of my niggas. Matter of fact, even when I met when Lupe came to Count Breaker that year, right? And you could ask Rick this shit. This shit was funny as fuck. I met Lupe that year, and I didn't know everybody was crowding that nigga and taking pictures. I'm like, man, what the fuck is niggas doing? And I'm like, oh, that's Lupe. I'm like, oh, okay. And I look, and this nigga Lupe had on a fucking Detroit hoodie, right? And Detroit hoodie's got this big ass D symbol on the front.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. To my recollection, ain't Lupe from Chicago or some shit? What the fuck he doing with his Detroit hoodie on? So I guess Rick and Tupperware is like walking him through the venue, showing him around the major. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on some nigga shit. I run up on a nigga. I say, "What's up, nigga?" Rick like, "Oh," and Rick know how I am. So Rick like, "Oh shit, here we go." He like, "Caps, don't do that." I'm like, "No, fuck all that." I said, "What's up, nigga?" He looking, Lupe looking like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Nigga, what's up? What's up with this Detroit hoodie on, nigga? You went from the D, I'm from the D, nigga. What's up?" The nigga like, he look at Rick like, no, he like, this nigga is mad fucking free. Like, this nigga is funny. Who is this nigga? So I'm like, no, man. I'm like, I'm Caps, nigga. I'm like, you here to take pictures or you here to play games, nigga? What's up? Because I don't want your fucking autograph, nigga. I'm gonna beat your ass in any game you want to play. And that nigga just start laughing, and the nigga, we follow each other on Twitter, and we actually converse on that shit. Like, he hit me up and say like, he's like, you a real ass nigga, like you funny, you wasn't like on some starstruck shit. He's like, you came at me like a real nigga, and I love that shit. And that was that. Like that was that. Like I treat everybody the same, no matter who you are, where you come from, what gender, what your lifestyle is, what you for, what you stand for, what you promote. I treat everybody the same. You know what I'm saying? I talk my shit. I don't give a fuck if you a girl, a boy, a he, she. I don't give a fuck what it. You could be fucking blue or a dragon. I'm still gonna talk shit.
Oh man. So okay, you went to that first major with Corn. So like, what, you got any other good like? So you had to go home, kind of train up and stuff like that. But what was
hmm
your best major? I guess not best placement, but just the one that you felt the best about. Afterwards.
You know what's funny? I'm not even gonna hold y'all up. Every event that we ever decide to go to, it's always a fucking adventure because of how I grew up and where I'm from. It was always about more than going to play the game. You know what I'm saying? It was always about the place, the people, the entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to New York, Atlanta, Cali, Ohio, you know what I'm saying, Florida. Yeah, we going here for this specific reason because we here to play a major. But for me, as an individual, it was more than just going to play the game. I like making the connection with people. I like talking my shit. I like making people laugh. I like seeing people's faces when they look and say, did that nigga really just say he about to put his dick in that nigga? Yes, I did. I said that shit. And if you don't like it, so the fuck what? I'll put my dick in you too. Would you like that? Like when I say that shit to people, I like seeing the reaction because I wanna wow you. I wanna give you something that if this is your first major or if you never been to one or if you do go to these things, I want that to be a memory that you have for the rest of your fucking life. Like that's what life is about. Life is about making memories and living that shit. Nobody want to grow old and not have nothing because you could die today and you can't take money, clothes, car. Well, my daddy died with mink coats, leathers, gator boots, $5,000 glasses, all kind of. He left all kind of shit here, right? That he can't take with him. But when you die, you can take your memories. Your
Yeah,
spirit gonna live with that shit. So I want to make sure that when I go, when I leave this earth, I want to have those memories and those connections with the people. And that's what the fuck I do,
for sure. So
regardless, every time.
one of my favorite things about the FGC is just like there's a lot of low key like people who are just comedians. If they want to do comedy, they could have been a comedian or something. Like, where'd you get your sense of humor? Because it's amazing when you're at a local or something. There's just the people who are funny that you go stand by and you're just gonna crack up all night. But where'd you get that from?
Um, I can really say that my life wasn't all good, but it wasn't all bad, and I had to really learn to make the best of whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? So whatever whatever situation or whatever I was lacking, I used to crack jokes or make fun of, make light of whatever the situation, so that I can get through the day. You know what I'm saying? So now being older and the world is let's face it, the world is changing. Some days is good, but it get more fucked up each and every day. And you have to learn to laugh and live. So me knowing that and me having to live the life I had to live, I had to learn to make light of whatever it is and just keep moving forward. So if if I can make something funny to make somebody laugh or to make myself laugh to get through it, then that's what the fuck we gonna do. If I'm pretty sure you don't want to go to a major, go 0-2, and sit up in your room all day and think about how you just spent 500 to get to this one spot just to get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
me.
if you went 0-2 and you come downstairs to the ballroom and you see me and Pork Chop going at it, and then I beat Chop ass like I'm gonna do when he bring his ass up here, and then you see me hump the back of his fucking chair, right, and put my dick on his thigh, right? You gonna laugh at that shit.
Yeah,
And when you get home, you gonna tell all your niggas like, dog, I went 0-2, but nigga, guess what? I seen Pork Chop get his ass whooped, and that nigga put his dick on his thigh, and that shit was funny as hell. You gonna tell that fucking story because that was a highlight of your weekend. Am I right? Am I wrong?
no, you're right. You're right.
You gonna tell that story, and that's what it's for. That's what the fuck it's for. Like we leave, we go to these events for that weekend. For them 3 days that we gone home, you don't want to think about all the fucked up shit you got going on at home. No, you want to come here and have fun and see all your homies and play and talk shit and play the game. Yeah, I know K Brad. I scared the shit out of K Brad one time because K Brad came here and he came here for a Yumacon event, and the nigga dumbass, that nigga don't edit that part out. I want him to know I called him a dumbass. That's my nigga for sure. But the nigga missed his flight, so he had to spend the night. He had to stay at my house for like 2 or 3 days, right?
Yeah.
And
Man, that was the thing, right? He used to miss all his flights. Like that used to be like a
yeah,
meme.
dog, my nigga retarded. But I had to go to work. So I tell the nigga like, look, uh, I gotta go to work, nigga, but you can stay here. If my grandma come in the room, you'll be all right, and she ain't gonna fuck with you, but don't make a lot of noise. But I'll be off at this time. So I get home, we take the nigga to get some food, right? I'm a speed demon, so every car I had was like a sports car for real. So it's raining one day, and we leave in a restaurant, and me and Adonis is racing cars, and we scared the fuck out this nigga K Brad. He like, dog, oh my god, I'm about to die this bitch. I said, nigga, shut your bitch ass, so you ain't about to die. You gonna live, nigga. You gonna make it home. And right when I said that, some random ass car pulled out of nowhere and almost crashed into us. And we had to like do some crazy. I had to do some crazy ass maneuver to get us out of there. And nigga K Brad almost shit himself, nigga. That shit was funny as hell. Dog, my nigga almost shit himself, dog. It's a lot of shit that be going on when you with corn. It's always a fucking adventure, man. I don't know. It's just some shit. Like I really think we bring the hood shit to the tournament scene. So it's always an adventure from Tom taking me and Footwork money on corn flip to me and Big E having stare downs. There's all kind of shit that be going on. It's a lot of shit. Oh my god. I remember somebody stole that nigga Alucard's arcade stick, and it was the last I would think it was Midwest Championship or UFGT or some shit. And somebody that nigga Twine Alucard had it was like a brand new Quamba. It was the red one, like the blood red Quamba stick with the start
Yeah.
button on the corner. And he put his stick down to talk to somebody. He looked up, somebody took the nigga stick. So I'm like, man, what? He said, yes, my stick gone. We went through the whole hotel. I'm kicking niggas' doors down through the hotel, right? Kicking niggas' doors down. And we got to one spot where niggas playing KOF. I seen the nigga stick. I walked up in that bitch. I kicked nigga shit down, and I seen the nigga stick. I said, "No, nigga, you got the wrong stick, bitch ass nigga." And I grabbed the stick and unplugged it and walked out that bitch. And niggas was like, "What just happened?" And that nigga Alucard said, "How you get my stick back?" I said, "Don't worry about it, nigga. We got that shit." And we walked up out that bitch, nigga.
Oh man.
That shit was wild. I never me and a bitch ass nigga named Kenny. They can still owe me some money. I'm gonna choke that nigga. He owed me like $250. But me and Kenny had a foot race at a Big E event, and I ran through the wall.
Oh man, that's
Wait,
you.
what?
That's you.
That was me. You see that?
I
That
saw
was
that.
me.
I saw that video. Wait, isn't there a video?
Yeah, Sherry had the video. Sherry got the
Yeah.
video.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
I saw
me.
that.
That ran through the
Yeah.
wall like Juggernaut. That was me.
I didn't know that was you. Man. You see, that's
That was
crazy, man.
me.
That's crazy.
That was my little short, bulky ass head butt through the wall. That was me.
So wait, what happened after that? Did you guys get in trouble?
Hell, that nigga was trying to fuck me up.
did he lose a deposit or some shit, or what happened?
Oh, he definitely lost that shit. They wanted like 12,000 to fix that little asshole.
Oh damn.
Oh, damn, that's what they do, man.
But Big E a real nigga. We came to a good settlement. Yeah, Big E. That's my nigga, dog. Big E, that's my motherfucking nigga, dog. Y'all gonna stop hating on my nigga too. Oh ass niggas. My nigga Big E. Man, niggas be
Yo,
hating on my nigga Big E.
that's
That's
one of the
my
best
nigga.
videos, man. Why'd you guys even race? You guys were just like, hey, let's just have a foot race.
Cause I'm a very fast athletic nigga, and nigga was talking shit, and I said, nigga, I said, y'all niggas just sit up here and play video games. Y'all niggas can't hoop. Y'all niggas ain't play no fucking football. Y'all can't run track. And then y'all niggas athletic. And one of the Philly niggas was talking shit. I said, race for the cheese right now. And we end up racing. I won, but I ran through the wall, and I had to pay for that.
I mean, you guaranteed that you'd win, man. You try to stop. That's funny. That's good.
Yeah, it was fucked up, man. It was fucked up, man. We got
Oh
some
man.
we got some wild shit. I never we told that nigga we told Jabali and Umakai we won he bet us on something and we lost the bet, and we told that nigga take the money in our pocket if you want it, bitch. And that nigga looked, we said, yeah, nigga, yeah, just like that. You want your money, nigga, take it out my motherfucking pocket. That nigga Jabali was looking so confused, he didn't want to do none of that shit. We said, nah, nigga, here you go. He really thought he was gonna get paid. That shit was so fucking funny. Oh my god, it's a lot of shit, man.
That's so
It's a
good.
lot of shit. It's so much shit. It's too much shit. But with corn, it's always an adventure.
No, that's tight. All right. So Tekken. So at that time, it's probably what Tekken 6 Tag 2 days and stuff. Um, Tekken 7 comes out. How'd you feel about Tekken 7 when it came out?
Um, My initial thought is the game was good at first. Then I'm like, I didn't like the armor moves because I didn't think the armor moves were fair because some people had good ones, some people had bad ones, some people had like 2 or 3 armor moves fucking wrong that were fucking good. Some people had one that was like super negative and super fucked up, and you couldn't do shit about it. And the game,
Who were you playing?
I
Who
think,
were you playing in T-Set when it came out?
I was a Bruce player, so I played, of course, Josie, um, and then I played Julia. Let me see who I play now. I play Lars. I play Lars, Brian, Paul, Josie, Julia, Kunimitsu, Anna, uh, Noctis. Uh, I don't know. I could play half the cast when I think about it. When I really think about it, I could play half the cast, and even a tournament. When I play a tournament, I play whoever I feel like playing when I sit down. Like
Yeah.
I don't decide who I'm playing until I sit down. And I'll be like, I'll play this nigga today. Then but if I get pissed off and I feel like just being super oppressive and aggressive, I play Josie. Even though she not as good as she could be. But
Right.
whatever. The game as a whole is decent. I think I understand the point of games because I remember there was a point in the FGC where they call it the dark ages, because of the MVC2 and Third Strike is MVS2 era, where the game was so hard to play at a high level that it scared a lot of people from playing because you only seen the same 5 people winning. You only seen Justin, Ricky, Combo Fiend, Yikes, Stanford, John Choi. You know what I'm saying? John Choi. You only
Yeah.
seen the same 5 to 6 people winning these majors, and it was fucked up because the game was hard at a high level. So I understand that. I guess I understand it from a business aspect because you have to make the games accessible to everyone, especially if you want people to play this shit and buy the shit.
Yeah.
And I get that part, but what makes it fucked up now is it's harder for the better player to always stay on top because of it.
What do you feel about
Uh,
Rage Tribe and Rage Art? Is that kind of tie into what you're saying? How do you feel about
yeah, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, look at Street Fighter. Street Fighter didn't have supers at first, but then they added it. You know, they didn't have ultras with invincible frames, but then they added it. So it's just another mechanic that, as a player, you have to adjust and get used to. You know, Tekken didn't
that?
always have crush frames. That was like that was a DOA thing. You know, but they added it, so you got to get used to it. And you can complain about it, or you can shut the fuck up and play it. And that's what it is. Like I said, I get it. Do I agree with it all the time? No, because some shit I feel like is bum shit. You know, I feel like certain things we as players who been playing and putting blood, sweat, and tears in this shit for 10 plus years shouldn't have to be penalized for. But I also understand that if we want the community to thrive and grow as a whole,
So one of the things you said was like you've seen more Tekken players kind of join the scene, and I feel like every
yeah.
scene has seen that. Like from other games, in San Diego, I switched to Tekken. Tekken 7 was actually my first one. A lot of people
Mhm.
did. So it's like, what was, can you talk about like kind of the Tekken 7 scene kind of growing and how the community's been in Detroit? You know,
Yeah.
overall kind
But
of
it's
encapsulated.
but it's not just Tekken, it's just games as a whole. When you think about it, like okay, yeah, because esports is what it is now, with money involved and Capcom Pro Tours and Tekken World Tours, you're gonna have those specific OG players who are going to deal with the shit, right? They're going to learn the fucked up shit to combat the other fucked up shit. But if you look at the scene as a whole overall, a lot of OGs from their respective games have fallen back and let the newcomers take the stage because that's just what it is. You have to pass the torch. It's inevitable. No matter what. You're gonna get old, the shit is gonna change, you ain't gonna like it, the new niggas gonna like it, and they gonna play it, and you gonna lose to it. You ain't gonna like that you lose to it, but fuck it. And it is what it is. It's evolution. Like just like music. The same shit that that the mumble rap that oh my god, what the fuck is that shit? Right? It's the same shit that my grandma or my parents didn't, you know what I'm saying, was snooping them. When snooping them came out, for my parents, my grandma didn't like that shit. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck want to listen to gin and juice? Or the home, it ain't no fun, the homies can't get none. But for my grandma, you know, listening to fucking Teddy Pendergrass and Diana Ross and all them niggas talking about all the shit they was talking about wasn't good to my great grandparents. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's the same
Yeah.
shit with games. We don't like what's going on, but it's the evolution of games.
Yeah. Don't be an old head about it, because don't type of thing.
I can talk my shit all day to the new niggas. Yeah, y'all niggas lucky that this shit play like this, nigga. And guess what that does? Does that help grow my scene? Or does it make it feel like a newcomer who's playing isn't welcome around because they want to play Tekken 7?
Right. You're
You
totally
get what I'm
right.
saying? It's not their fault that they didn't play Tekken 5 and Tekken 6. It's not their fault that they decided to come around for Tekken 7. So as a person who's been around for 10 plus years, as a figurehead, it's my job to make sure that they feel welcomed, not that they can't be around because they a Tekken 7 player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up.
Yeah, we've had this conversation before, and I've come to like the same conclusion where like I don't like a lot of things about Tekken 7, but I do like that it's the biggest Tekken that I've been a part of. Like there's
Exactly.
always an offline scene. Tournaments were growing. Like I'd rather have that than have the game accommodate to me. Like I'd rather have a bigger scene and more people enjoying it than just a smaller
Exactly.
group of people enjoying it.
Exactly. You get tired of playing the same 2 to 3 people in your basement
Yeah,
that only play Tekken, as
yeah.
opposed to, yeah, okay, the game might be corny now, but now you got 50, 60 niggas that play it in your scene.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
do
what I
remember
say,
looking at the tournament turnouts, and it's nothing compared to what it is right now. Like,
exactly. I remember when we was playing T6 and Tag 2, right?
yeah,
We say, hey man, we having casuals, come play, right? If we playing Tekken, it's only like 5, 6 niggas come play Tekken.
yep,
Everybody else in the corner playing Marvel 3, Street Fighter. It's 20, 30 people playing Marvel 3 and Street Fighter 4. You know what I'm saying? Or Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It's 20, 30 people
yeah,
playing that shit, right? But now, if I host a casual session, I say, hey, come through, we playing games. In my basement, it's 30 niggas in my basement playing Tekken.
Yeah.
Cause I got a decent sized basement. So I
yeah,
got 30 niggas in my basement playing Tekken. Like, what the fuck? So niggas start playing Tekken. But
Yeah.
and that's why I said, so for the growth of the scene and the community, it's just something that we have to deal with. And for the old heads, we gotta deal with that shit. I think one person, 2 people that I can say who took that shit very well is Yipes and Justin. I never see Justin or Yipes downgrade or down talk Street Fighter 5 or any other games that come out. Because they understand that in order to grow the scene, to get more people to play, to see the kids of the new generation play, you have to uplift and encourage the game. You can't talk about all the shit that it don't do, or all the shit it ain't got, or compare it to this shit from 10 years ago. No, nigga, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right. So I guess with Tekken, I'm gonna be pissed if they have auto combos next. But no, you're totally right. Like, I think Ian, you said this before. Don't make it about yourself, and that's I think that's really resonated
yeah.
with me. Don't make Don't make this shit.
I mean,
like
if they do something crazy like that, I'll just I'll move on to another game. I'm not playing no auto combo Tekken. Fuck that. But
oh man, that's for me. That's the game. I'll probably be really good
yeah,
at that shit. But all right. So okay, and I guess we'll where we even started, how I even asked you to come on. I saw the whole Twitter stuff between you and Poke Chop. Can you talk about that? I think we'll kind of wrap up on that because I mean I'm so excited for that, and that's just some shit that.
is that already set? Like, is that gonna happen?
Okay, so I'm in talks with Iceman, from Atlanta.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. This is the thing. Before I get to the shit part, I wanna, like I said, I wanna pass the torch. I'm about to be 32. Of course, I got kids. I'm about to get married to my girl soon, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? I got shit that I'm trying to do, right? So I can't be as involved as I used to be, right? But before I cross over, I do want to give my new players a chance, a fighting chance, right? I want to pass the torch correctly. So if I can get my new players to play as many of the great OG players that are still good and relevant and Tekken now, then I feel like I'm obligated as a figurehead of my community to do that, to give them the best footing possible to go forward. Um, the thing with Atlanta, just so we can talk shit, it's also for they new up and coming players and our new up and coming players to get a chance to play and get some shine and grow as players, right? But beyond that, it's also supposed to talk that shit and beat them niggas ass because they can't fuck with us for real. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas can't fuck with Detroit Tekken. I'm sorry, they can't fuck with
And
us.
you picked a good
So what we
time,
do?
dude.
Yeah.
So what we doing is we doing two teams. We're gonna do the OG Tekken players and the new blood Tekken players. Now we already got the team set for the new blood. The team that their team is supposed to be Akumu, 0-2, uh, Genghis Don, JJ Breeze, and running back Eddie. Cool. That team is fucking ass. I'm gonna say it. That team is fucking ass. Right? My young blood team is Azor, Doom Danny, Senpai Relax, Enoch, and D-Spec. My team is gonna fuck they team up. Flat out. Flat out. I'm willing to bet
You guys
any
better
amount
win,
of money.
dude. I played against
Oh
the guys
no,
from ATO, and if you guys lose to that, dude, I'm talking shit, dude.
no, them niggas can't fuck. No, them niggas can't fuck with none of my niggas. And I'm willing to bet any amount of money on any amount the niggas say I'm a double it. They not fucking with my none niggas at all. Nah, for the ATL OG players, they got of course Pork Chop. They sending out Pork Chop, Light Skin Mike, Big Boy, Turk, and Drum Ethics. Cool.
That's a sick
Um,
team.
them niggas suck too. Me and Feet they already beat on Turk, Big Boy, and Light Skin Mike. Light Skin Mike, nigga. First of all, I'm gonna talk to you first, nigga. I can talk to the nigga. Can I talk? Yeah, I can talk to the nigga. You know what, nigga? That king is ass. Let's just you know what I'm saying? That king is ass. You don't travel, nigga. You suck. You the manager or founder of Tekken House, nigga. Do that. Do that. That's what you do. You're not a competitor, nigga. You a manager. You know what I'm saying? Manage the Tekken House. Stay in your lane. Big boy, we ain't gonna talk about that nigga. He garbage. Turk is a fucking bum.
oh man.
Drum, man, he alright. Yeah, he a nobody. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that nigga. And Chuck, you already know what's up. You already know. Daddy Cash got big meat waiting for you. Okay, you already know I'ma stuff it, and I'ma fuck it real good. Okay, yeah. But then for us, if I can get your team all the way together, it's gonna be L Train. It's gonna be D Town's King. It's gonna be Footwork. It's gonna be me, and I want to be high, but um, due to uh specific reasons regarding the pandemic, high doesn't do social gatherings, which I understand everybody has their own uh personal feelings about the pandemic.
Yeah.
So as of right now, high only does online things. Um, so I'm hoping by the time we get everything situated, which we try to do this by about March, like March 19th, which is a Saturday.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything is situated by then, and I can get high to lock it down and agree. And that'll be our five.
So they're coming to
Honestly
you.
speaking,
That crew's coming
oh
to
yeah,
you.
they coming here. They coming
Oh,
here.
okay.
They coming to the D to get the
Oh,
D.
damn. I thought we were doing an online thing. So actually, you're doing an
No,
off. Oh, okay. Okay. That's gonna be
it's gonna
sick,
be
dude.
offline. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Oh,
offline. Oh
fuck
my
yeah.
god, I got a whole venue with a stage and everything.
Oh my god.
Every
All
match is
right,
gonna
dude.
be streamed. Oh my god. Oh my
I'm
god.
sold.
There's a trailer, right? Like I'm pretty sure I saw some shit with like a plane, like it says Uncle Caps at the beginning of the Capcom fonts, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's gonna
That's
be at the same venue. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't worry, it's gonna be some shit. It's gonna
so
be some shit.
the coolest thing about that is, we talked to a lot of guests like Rip, Spirojin, Jackie Chan. One of the things they talk about missing is region rivalries, right? And how it's not a thing
Yeah,
anymore. You
Yeah.
guys just revived
The
that
region
shit.
pride.
y'all talk to Rip Bum Man, he'll bump too. Can't fuck with nobody. Rip can't fuck with me in no tech. I'll beat the shit out of Rip.
Oh man,
Nah, Rip.
but you
Hey,
guys revived that
Rip,
shit. Do you have how do you feel about that? Bringing back region rivalries, 'cause I'm pretty sure it's gonna inspire people. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to plug that shit.
well, that go back to what I was saying. Like the thing that is missing is the FGC is missing it. Like, and that's why I understand the whole esports shit. I get that, but you still have to understand that, and the content that you produce still has to produce a wow factor. It still has to be engaging. It still has to be entertaining, right?
Yeah.
Imagine, I imagine you cut some shit on and you just see two niggas playing the game. You don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on, right? And yeah, you got my niggas telling you about, oh, he can't do this. That's plus on block, or that was a setup. It's a meaty. Oh yeah, we get that. That's fine, right? But for everybody, for the other thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching that shit who don't know what the fuck it is you talking about, right? Guess what they do know? If they turn some shit on and they see me telling Chop, nigga, you can't f- with me.
Yeah,
Beat
that guy
your
doesn't.
ass.
That guy's doesn't like that guy. That's more important than anything else on the screen. You know what I mean?
You can follow that. You can follow that simple concept all day.
Oh
And guess
man.
what? And when you see that storyline, you don't need somebody commentating telling you that's a setup and that's plus. All you need is two niggas on the mic going crazy, saying boom lava, and for if he's on fire. Just like NBA Jam.
NBA Jam. Yeah, there we go.
That's all you need. When you see shit like that, that's all you need. And that's what we missing. So if I have a way to bring that back, I'm gonna bring it the fuck back. And if it start with ATL getting a motherfucking monkey ass whooped, then guess what? It's gonna start with ATL getting a monkey ass whooped. I'm putting so
Oh,
much stock in them niggas. Oh my god, I'm about to have babies with these niggas. And and y'all better not put me on child support either.
oh man. All right. So so the last question I got. I know we've kind of taken your time already. It's midnight. I know it's midnight in Detroit, but what are you guys doing to
Oh no,
prepare?
you good. I didn't. That's what I was doing before you had said you was ready. I'm over here. I was down here feeding my plants and shit. And then my little grow room. I had to make sure I take care of that first. So yeah. So you good. I'm probably about to turn the game on. Well, no, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go grab some food first, and then I'm gonna come back and turn the game on.
But how are you guys preparing? That's my last question, I guess, for that, and then we'll plug all the Twitch channels.
Prepare. This shit like practice. It's a ladder.
Okay, so you're
Come
ready
on,
tomorrow. If this shit's tomorrow, you guys are ready.
I'm ready right now. Listen, let me explain to y'all something. When I say it's time to fuck, it's time to fuck. All I gotta do is spit in my hand and rub my dick, right? And that's it. And I'm ready to fuck. That's all it is. That's the pregame. That's all I gotta do. I say, and I'll rub it. 2 nice little rubs, and I'm ready. Pork chop know this.
What's the format? Is it like just was it team battle like 5v5? Like what's the format?
So what I want to do is I want to make sure, because I don't want, what I didn't want was I didn't want to have it where niggas think they slick and put their best nigga forward and think that's gonna be it. So I want to kind of do how Street Fighter League do their shit, where you play and the winner gets up, loser is eliminated, but the winner has to go to the back of the rotation type shit. I forgot what style that is, what's that's called, but I want to do it like how Street Fighter League do it for sure. So everybody gets a chance to play regardless, and then the winner stays on. They keep their life, and they go to the back of the rotation.
Cool, that's a cool format. Where's this gonna be at? What Twitch channel?
It's gonna be Detroit. It's gonna be on the Grand Final Gaming channel. Damn it, I don't have it put up on me right now.
It's all good.
Grand Final Gaming.
Yeah, it'll be in the description. So if you're listening, scroll down to the description on whatever platform you're on, YouTube, iTunes. The link and the date. When's the date? Everything will be in the description. When's the date for this?
Hey, shit, right now we got it locked in for March 19th. If anything changes, it'll be posted on Twitter so people can see it on Twitter. I'm gonna make sure we get a flyer made and everything. I'm just waiting to lock in the date and the money, because it's money on the line too. There's money on the line, and me and Iceman Smoke going in half and half to get the trophy. So it's gonna be money, a trophy, bragging rights. Also, a lot of shit involved. These niggas was talking that shit, and we're gonna fuck them up. Fuck them up.
Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to Poke Chop this week, because I wonder what Poke Chop's gonna say, because we're gonna let him hear these clips.
They're gonna hear both sides, man. That'd be so sick.
Poke Chop know what it is, man. Man. Hey, they call me Fuck Daddy Nasty. It's gonna get real bad when we play. You're gonna see some random hot kicks. You're gonna see all lows and all throws. I'm gonna fuck Pork Chop up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fuck Pork Chop up. But I think it's gonna be entertaining for sure. But everybody think ATL gonna win, and that's what I like. I like that they think that they gonna win. And when we fuck on these niggas, just know I said it here first. I told y'all that we was gonna beat their ass and to have my motherfucking money ready. That's all I want. Have my money ready, you ATL niggas. I'm ready for some of that ATL pussy. I spit on it and I'll rub it out. And I'm ready.
All right, Chris, I appreciate you coming on, man. You got anything else?
Man, I appreciate y'all having me on here, man. I really do.
I love Detroit, man. Next to Major, we're buying you dinner. Like, no cap.
Hey, don't lie to me, man, because I ain't no cheap boy.
No, I'm not cheap. But when I say I'm buying someone dinner, Ian, you can even tell.
He's about it. Yeah, I'm sure
I want to buy you a great dinner. If it's Vegas, Evo, something, hopefully you'll make time for us. Entertaining everyone.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about me, man. I've never been a Hollywood style nigga. I've always been a real homebody nigga. Like, I say what's up to everybody. I play with everybody. If niggas ask me to run sets, I run sets. If people want to talk to me, I talk to everybody. If people want a picture, I take pictures. I ain't never been one of them awkward ass because people know who I am. I only talk to top players. I only talk to team owners. That shit corny to me. Like, nigga, fuck all that. We human, man. We here to have a good time. So if you say, hey, you gonna be at Combo Breaker, I'm at Combo Breaker, we gonna eat, that's what the fuck we gonna do.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. This could be one of the funniest ones. So I
Yeah,
I
dude.
appreciate y'all for having me. I really do for letting me come on here and be myself and cuss my life away and all that good shit. And and thanks, man. I really appreciate the opportunity. And I hope y'all, the listeners, hope y'all enjoy the listen and follow these people and make sure y'all support what they doing for sure. I'm all about
Oh yeah.
support.
Thank you,
What's
man.
your Twitter? What's your Twitter? So everyone has to follow Uncle Caps on Twitter. Best Tekken Twitter. So what's your Twitter?
It's corn underscore Uncle Caps. And if y'all could do me a favor, I, I'm on this little thing for it's called Last Gamer Standing for 25K. I'm gonna post the link. Post that
Oh,
shit for me. Vote
yup,
for
it'll
me.
be in the description. Yeah, we'll
Yeah, we
plug
got you.
the shit out of that. Yeah.
Other than that, I'm out. I'm about to grab me some food, my fat ass. I'm hungry. Y'all take it easy, fellas.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, Chris.
All
Thank you
right.
Appreciate it,
so much.
man. Have a good one.
No